What is it?
Probably it's not preemptive right, but more of a right to first refusal. Right of first refusal. So if there's a need for you to sell your share, it has to be sold to the co-owners or the other shareholders, right?
What are you saying? This is right to?
Right of first refusal.
First refusal.
Yeah, but it's but it's more commonly used in corporation law than family.
Right to first refusal is like when the company is one shareholder wants to sell his shares, first they need to ask the other part shareholders. If they refuse that they don't want to buy, then they can sell in the market.
Yep, that's true.
It's a law of a business.
Yeah, it's more of corporate law.
Yeah. See, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆਣੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ।
So really, it's just more of the law of Property Act. But the problem is, have we complied with number 5 in the sense that it has to have a supporting law?
I guess we have complied with that, but we have not complied with the authority part. Okay, come to strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses, you don't have the money.
The weakness is weak.
principled man.
Sorry.
What's that? I said my client is a principled man.
Is that?
What's that?
Yeah, I think that's a
No,
weakness.
environmentalist, like he know the value of the heritage property. He will manage the value of the property because the Christian is just looking for his standards.
I can hear you. So what is this? The principled man means that's his weakness or that's his strength.
It's a double-edged sword, just like pride. It could be an asset, it could be a liability, right?
But in this condition, it's more of a liability than.
Oh yeah, I think it's more of a weakness.
Yeah. But I can't mention it. The way they started the negotiation in the video which we saw, right? They started that Emily, on very fair grounds, she wants everything should be shared fairly. So even I can start that on that note, that he's a principled man and he stick to whatever he says. Though it is understood that if it is negotiated under an agreement, he'll have to stick to those things.
Mm-hmm.
But he can say that he wants everything to be fair. No need to make points because he only has one weakness and probably only one strength. Why didn't this go on bullet? I don't know how this is his strength in terms of in the light of negotiation. It's not in the light of negotiation.
Yeah, I don't. Well,
Not in the light of negotiation. We are not doing his character.
yeah. Even if we include it, it is immaterial. It is irrelevant. I mean, immaterial in the sense that it doesn't affect the negotiation. I mean, there's.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Negotiation.
Or maybe I can say environmentalist.
There's nothing that Tristan is doing against environmentalists, right?
What?
There's nothing that Tristan does that are against environmentalists.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to talk about being an environmentalist, other than the fact that she has a health, food, and shop, right? Health and what? Health and food shop.
Yeah, food store.
Would you be able to suggest any weakness for Tristan? I don't think there's any weakness.
Has the money to spend on maybe he's very status conscious, and end of the day he might not like Darcy staying with him. A person who's having a very meager income, and his lifestyle would also be,
Yeah, it could be.
matching his income. Even if he stays with him in the long run, maybe he thinks that he won't be able to gel with a person like that. Like staying with somebody, it's a big thing. Sharing a house with a person. Don't write might not have the capacity.
Because we don't know. Why are we saying he doesn't have the capacity? Yeah. But everything will be discussed still anyway, right? In the group discussions. So we're still pretty safe.
I think I'll go blank.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
at
that's
least
fine. Yeah. बोलती हूँ बड़े कुछ दस नहीं है
मैंने पहला ना सोचू बोलना पॉइंट फिर मेरे दिमाग में जाना
information that you are or not prepared to divulge. Is there anything that
what that you are not prepared to divulge that you wish to obtain from other side?
wish to obtain
Okay.
so easy?
No, there are the first point is also easy. We know what we are not gonna do, what we are not gonna let go.
No. Is there anything that we are not prepared to divulge?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they are asking. That you are.
It's more of a confidential, like a secret that they are not prepared to disclose.
And it's from both the sides. You are or are not.
Yeah. So, and is there any information that we are prepared to divulge or not divulge?
There's nothing of such kind in the facts.
Yeah. Right.
Because this we cannot presume without the facts.
Is ready to renovate the house. Yeah, there's nothing. Darcy doesn't have anything to hide anyway, right?
He doesn't have anything anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything actually.
What is there to hide or not to hide?
For Darcy, it could be Darcy is environmentalist. So the garden is.
Darcy is ready to disclose about his financial condition.
That could be, yeah.
What?
Okay, I'll write that down in Darcy is an environmentalist, so the garden is an important factor for him. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it is the same as Tristan. The house is big.
Did you write anything?
No.
Why are we writing that it was shooting? So what were you thinking, that garden is sentimental to him? And you were saying something else too. What was that?
Yeah. No, that's just it. Darcy is an environmentalist, so the garden is an important factor for him. In
Kindly change the wording.
hold on. The Darcy is an environmentalist, so the garden is.
What did you do?
Yeah, hold on. Don't write anything. Let it update for a bit. Darcy is an environmentalist, so the garden is an important factor for him, and yeah, that's it. Okay.
Huh?
मैं तो सर्च कर रही थी कि कुछ लभ रहे केस कुछ मिलता जुलता which the law will लभ जाने हैं.
Case, the issue is from which perspective are we going to look for the case? See, when the negotiations are done, the cases are not, like, the facts are not taken to the courts. So there is no litigation, there is no recorded case. So on what basis are they asking for authority from us? I didn't get that. पढ़ने नहीं क्या हमने तो नाम पता ही मैं
No, if they are asking for, there can be a case and there cannot be. But the thing is, why I'm searching, even if the court didn't decide anything and they send it to the arbitration or whatever, right? Still, there can be something like the facts or something like that. At least we can find out the law which is applicable.
No. Oh, you mean to say they like in the case law, there would be a case law that somebody filed a litigation and then they couldn't decide it and then they went for arbitration. No,
Yeah.
that's not the course which they normally take. Arbitration होनी नहीं पहला हो जाती. Litigation is the last resort.
Litigation will always be the last resort.
So, or maybe for the recourse they are asking for authority.
What?
Say, for example, if RC says that, like, as Tristan was initially, like, they don't agree to a fact that they'll sell the property to a third person, or like if Darcy keeps on questioning that fact that he doesn't want to sell the property, and finally they reach the litigation, and there is some case in which the parties might have initially tried negotiations but they couldn't reach it, and then they ultimately start the litigation. And in the litigation facts, this could be mentioned that the parties initially went for negotiation, but they couldn't reach the negotiations. And their proposals could have been mentioned. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know. I kind of.
Yeah.
So negotiation is more of like trying to settle this amicably without the intervention of the courts.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's why they're negotiating. So there's no point in litigation, right?
If there actually portal which records the negotiation cases. It's only in international law, not in the municipal law.
Okay.
Negotiation cases be recorded.
Are you still working in a firm, Raji?
No, I'm on leave.
Oh, maternity leave, right? That's why you have all the time.
I don't have all the time.
Oh, I mean, because of the kids, right? But at least you don't really have to worry about work. Do they still give you work? No. They don't give you work, right?
No.
How about you?
I cannot work anyhow.
How about you, Sharon?
How about?
Sharon
works all the time. She works, what time?
Have you had yourself tested yet?
She works on Saturdays. She
Huh?
works till 7. She works on Saturdays. She sometimes even have to go on Sundays.
Have you had yourself tested?
Sorry?
Have you had yourself tested yet?
Oh yeah, I have
Negative?
negative, yeah.
Perfect.
And even when I did not get tested, he called me to come to the office. That's fine, he said.
Huh?
Yeah.
He बीमार हो गई थी?
और नहीं यार उधर सुट्टे नहीं हैगी है ना ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਨ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਸੈਟਰਡੇ ਸੰਡੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਲੀਗਲ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਾਂ ਮੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਨੀਂਦ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇੰਨੀ ਆਫਿਸ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਫਰਾਈਡੇ ਬੁਖਾਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਘਰ ਚ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਘਰ ਜਾਓ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸੋਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਬਾਅਦ में मैंने मैसेज करता कि कोविड टेस्ट करा के आई है ना क्योंकि ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਲਾਇਰ ਜੋ 70 ਇਅਰ ਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਇਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਕੱਢ ਲਿਆ ਦੂਜੇ ਦਿਨ ਵੀ ਅੱਧਾ ਦਿਨ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸੋ ਹੀ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਿ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਮੰਡੇ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਤੇ ਟਿਊਜ਼ਡੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਕੱਢ ਲਿਆ ਕਰੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰ ਵੈਨਸਡੇ ਮਾਰਨਿੰਗ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟੈਸਟ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹਲੇ ਨਾ ਅਪਾਇੰਟਮੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਡੈਡੀ ਦਾ ਹੈਲਥ ਕਾਰਡ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਇਦਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਪਰ ਡਰਗ ਮਾਰਟ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਸਿੰਪਟਮਸ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਚੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਆਫਿਸ ਆ ਜਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੁਣ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੋਕਾਲ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਗਿਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ ओके एक चीज और दसा ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚਾਈਲਡ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਗਾਈਡਲਾਈਨ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਦੈਟਸ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਕੁਝ ਸਰਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਚਾਈਲਡ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਇਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਇਜ਼ ਗਵਰਨਡ ਬਾਈ ਦਾ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਚਾਈਲਡ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਗਾਈਡਲਾਈਨਸ
ਨਹੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ
ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਚਲੋ ਇਹ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੋ ਹੁਣ ਨਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੜੋ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਕਿੰਨੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁੱਟਦੇ ਨੇ
ਇਹਦਾ ਮੋੜ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਥੱਕ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੇ ਆਪੇ
ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਤੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ WhatsApp
ਉਹ ਅੱਛਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਏਦਾਂ ਮਿੰਟ ਚ ਘੁਮਾ ਦੇਣਾ Irvin,
Yeah. Pause.
Your video is paused.
Hold on. I'm just trying to read some emails if I do, just to prepare myself for the WebEx tomorrow. Okay, so where are we now?
You have a hearing? You have a court hearing tomorrow?
I always do court adjournments every morning.
Okay.
So
How about your test, Irvin?
my negative.
COVID test.
Negative. So are you supposed to go back to work now?
I'm already on at work.
You should have told him I haven't received my test results yet.
Even I told him that I didn't get the test yet because my health card is from Ontario. So I supposed to book the appointment, then I will get tested, right? And he said, if that's fine before test, you can come. And from the very next day, I'm going there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what about that you wish to obtain from the other side?
It's simple.
Correct.
What?
Money for renovations.
No. Considerations in letting go of his share, a party share. So what are the things that could probably allow the other party to say, okay, I'm just gonna waive my right to you, right?
Okay. What? Consideration and letting go of a party's share.
What are
Keep it simple.
what are the things that each party can consider in waiving their share to the others or the other? Yeah, that's it. That you wish to obtain from the other side. We have so many assumptions a while back. How come I can't recall those? Up to how much can one party own a property? Right? Is the other party willing to go for, okay, I'll go for 20/80, 10/90, 30/70 or whatever.
Yeah.
Go.
Can they cohabit?
Huh?
Can they cohabit? This should also be one of the considerations, don't you think? Or they don't have an option. They don't have an option. My God, I didn't know that this negotiation will take this much of time.
I know.
We have one more to go.
We have one more negotiation.
Yes, we have 2 negotiations and 2 interviews.
At least it's easy for the second one, right? I mean, because yeah.
मैं तो ना कल स्कैन करके अपने लॉयर को ईमेल कर देती
Oh, concession. I guess this is where we are at. The client is not prepared to
That the
make.
client is not or prepared to make. Why are they asking these questions again and again?
Why? Has this been asked yet? No.
Like, not in the
What?
so-called wording of concessions.
No, this is more of what are they preparing to waive? Tristan is ready to renovate the whole house, including Darcy's share of the house.
But what is Tristan not ready to do? Is there anything?
None. He has the money. Money moves mountains. Money moves the world.
Money doesn't move the principal brand.
Right. Your principal will eat you.
Yeah, that's okay. It's the facts say that the principals are eating since last 4 years.
No way.
Is ready to renovate the house.
Quick question. You do that okra, the okra curry, right? How do you call that in India?
What?
Okra. Do you know the okra?
The vegetable?
Yeah.
Bindi we call it.
Bindi curry, is that? Bindi masala?
Yeah, pindi masala.
Yeah, I like that.
You like pindi masala?
I do.
Yeah.
But you know what? Your bindi or your okra is different from ours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because
It's like different, yeah.
the Indian bindi is more of like very I
Kind
think
of little thin and dark in color.
and drier.
And dark in color.
And drier.
No.
Not really.
Because in for us in Asia, I mean for south east and southeast, ours is big and fatter, and
Yeah.
then when you boil it, there's this gooey
Yeah, same
liquid.
thing is with the Indian okra.
But we don't boil it and make it.
You cut it, right?
We cut it and
We fry it.
Yeah, you fry it. Yeah.
not really fry it, we shallow fry kind of.
Oh, it कोई बात है.
Saute, not
उबाल
fry.
देनी ना. अब उबाल के किਵੇਂ लेती
ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਈ ਲੋਕ ਘਰ ਵੀ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿ ਤੜੀ ਪੱਕੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ
ਉਹਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੁੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਆਉਂਦੀ.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਹੀ ਲੇਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੀਆਂ
ਆਹੋ ਸਹੀ ਗੱਲ.
ਪਿੰਡੀ ਵੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਾਤੀ
Tristan is ready to renovate the whole. Tristan, it seems that he's a Philippine guy.
He's the what?
Tristan,
Right from Philippines.
So concession, Darcy is not ready to pay the expenses for the renovation. Is that safe to assume?
Ready to pay. See, he's not ready. He is ready to pay, but to a certain extent, he cannot pay the whole of the expenses for renovation. Neither can he do for 50%. You can Darcy is skeptic about
will get 2 points here in concession because there's just one option for one client. You can make two options like Darcy and Kristen. Then what you wish to obtain from the other client, other side. We need to make 2 points here as well.
Now we are coming on to that. We didn't bring that point here that are they sticking to their respective shares of the house, of the property, or are they willing to share the whole thing, whole property amongst each other?
What do you mean?
I mean that
It's the same thing,
Okay,
right?
no,
in the very beginning, I'm saying the same thing, respective share.
Huh?
no, I'm saying that if like then we can add something here in the concessions. If I have the first floor, if Darcy has the first floor and the garden area, then he has no access to the upper floors
Mm-hmm.
because that's not his property.
Okay.
But like in concession we can say if the whole property they are sharing, then they're ready to concede to the fact that the other one would be sharing their property and having
Okay.
access to their property.
So is Darcy ready?
Darcy has no option.
Exactly.
He can't say no. He only has his principles. I wish he could sell that
If
stuff.
Kristen gets
Done.
the 2 top floors, will he be given access to the main floor for entry and exit from the property?
चावल भी नहीं ये चक्कर में खाएगा.
Or probably, what if, for example, Darcy offers Kristen ownership or share in Darcy's shop?
He has only one thing left in his name and he wants to share in that too.
Or probably, because there's nothing to lose for Tristan. He's got everything to gain. Well,
And then he'll gain a share in his business too.
yeah. I don't know. So, any other concessions that?
Losing and gaining of share in this respective property, not in any other property.
But na best alternative to negotiated agreement. How can we answer this?
What, Patna?
Yeah.
He will get the easementary right anyhow. ਰਾਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਦਾ. Even I was talking about vice versa as well.
Sorry?
I was talking about vice versa as well. Not just the easementary right of entry and exit. In general, your right to access that particular part of the house.
Yeah, so access.
If like Kristen doesn't agree to the fact that the upper two portions are his and the ground floor and garden belongs to Darcy, if that doesn't, ripens that particular proposal, then what remains is that the whole property is shared by both of them. So in that case, even Darcy can access the upper two portions and Tristan can access the ground floor.
Yeah, so that's why my question started with if Tristan gets the two top floors. So basically, this question only applies if he gets the two top floors. But if it doesn't happen and they both own the property, regardless of who, then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
What can we write on this Batna?
Batna is best alternative to negotiate.
The hell, draft agreement? Shit.
The best, well, this would be concluded there after the negotiation, isn't it?
I forgot. Let me check.
It is basically an area of consideration where the interests of both the parties are same.
Is it possible that Batna in this scenario is to sell the property?
No, why sell the property? Why not that option where Darcy proposes to waive his 20%? Because in that scenario, all the goals are, same. Renovations are done. Darcy was his garden area. Then Tristan gets the most of the share in the property, and he can do whatever he wants to in the major share of property.
अगर स्ट्रेटजी भी दसनी है अपनी
What is that?
So what can we write there? My mind's actually crashing right now.
It's all repetition. Whatever we write up in the other things, like we just need to change the wording, and like in the best option will be right? If they can like have the both can use have the ownership to that property and they can share it in their respective shares. He will share the pay the for the renovation. That's kind of conclusion.
Just a quick question, though not related to this particular thing. Negotiation and mediation, these are the non-legal options.
Negotiations in general?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are these the non-legal options?
Yeah. My strategy, flaunt them the money.
Your strategy.
No. Bhatna is something else. If we are talking about where the interests of both the parties are saved, that is ZOPA, Zone of Potential Agreement. And there is another term called Malantana, that is most likely alternative to the negotiated agreement.
Yeah, but we're talking.
That is calculated and that is prevalent always. But Bhatna is something else. They say that in negotiation, an offer that offends is sometimes described as falling within the insult zone. The purpose of negotiation is to obtain a benefit, and each party to a mediation will have interests that they hope to protect. The recipient of an insulting offer is likely to conclude that its interests are better served by following its Bhatna. So Bhatna is basically in which the party who is weak can save his interests. In most cases, that means walking away and continuing with an expensive and time-consuming litigation. So you stick to the proposal because you know the other side is very expensive for you. That is litigation.
Mm-hmm.
So Bhatna is when a party has to stick to an insulting offer. Well, though the offer which we are considering from Darcy's side, that should come from Tristan's side. Then it makes sense.
The money?
For this, like making okay, you can say that I'll make the renovations for the whole house, but I need 20% extra share. Then you'll gain something.
20% extra what?
Share in the whole property.
Well, if I'm getting the 20%, so technically speaking, Darcy doesn't have to pay anymore. Is that correct?
Yes. But anyhow, that makes sense because then you are gaining something.
So
Otherwise,
that's
you are always just paying.
yeah. So that's Tristan's Batna. But what about Darcy's Batna?
That's Darcy's Batna too. Because he'll have to let go his 20%.
No, not
But
really.
Batna should be one.
What is the best option for Darcy? Is that the best option for Darcy?
No, that's not the best option.
25% here.
That's not the best option for Darcy because he'll have to let go his share.
Yeah, that's why the Batna is more of the best option for the party.
Okay. Guys, I'll have to go. My baby's up.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.